You're listening to the Hypnotic Empath, and I'm your host, Robyn Holm. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, a body talk practitioner, and an empowered empath with over 2 decades of experience helping sensitive souls like you reconnect with your power. This podcast is a space for deep healing, subconscious transformation, and real-world support. We'll do some guided hypnotherapy sessions, we'll talk to some incredible guests, and we'll help you learn to release what isn't yours, to protect your energy, and to finally feel safe being you. It's time to move from surviving to thriving. Let's get started. Hello, and welcome to the Hypnotic Empath. I'm your host, Robyn Holm. And today on the podcast, I wanted to talk about grief. When I put out a poll for topics that people would like covered on the podcast, one of the main ones that came back was grief. And I didn't realize that so many people were struggling quietly with grief. And grief can take on many forms. Grief can be the loss of a loved one, a beloved pet or a human. Grief can be letting go of a relationship. Grief can be letting go of a job. Grief is all about letting go. And in Chinese medicine, the lungs are responsible for letting go, and they are our grief organ, is our lungs. When I think about my really long fertility journey, I had so much grief to work through because it took me so long to get pregnant with my kids. It was 12 years for me to get pregnant with my son. And I wasn't sure that it would ever happen for a lot of that journey. So there was a real grief and grieving that I had to go through every time, every month that I didn't have a positive pregnancy test, every time an IVF cycle failed, every transfer that didn't work out. There was a huge letting go of my own timeline, a letting go of what I thought it was going to look like. I started trying to get pregnant when I was 22 years old, and I finally got pregnant with my son when I was 36. That is a huge amount of time. And there was a huge amount of letting go of what I thought that was going to look like. So that was a big grieving. The other time in my own life that I had a lot of grief was actually when I felt forced to retire from my group fitness career. I loved teaching group fitness. And then I worked for Zumba for the last 4 years of my career. I loved teaching group fitness. I loved training instructors. And I thought I would teach group fitness until I was 85 years old. I loved it so much. It felt like the thing that I was meant to do with my life. And then my body started breaking down. And I got to the point where I literally couldn't continue doing the thing that I loved more than anything in the whole world. And letting go of that was a long process. And at first I just took a sabbatical and I kept trying to get back to it. And it's actually how I was led to body talk, because I started seeing a body talk practitioner so that I could heal my body enough to go back to teaching fitness. And it was several years into my body talk career that I finally had to come to grips with the fact that my body wasn't able to teach group fitness anymore. And it felt like losing my first love. It was devastating. It took me years to grieve that, and I still grieve it to this day. It's been 12 years since I retired from fitness. Now, the grief now, of course, looks very different than it did 12 years ago. I was in denial for a really long time, and then it was so fresh. And then I lost my identity. I didn't know who I was if I wasn't a group fitness trainer. I didn't know who I was without that. So there was a real grieving of my identity. Meanwhile, at the same time, I was also grieving not being able to get pregnant and what that was going to look like. Because interestingly, there was a part of me that thought, if I can just keep teaching group fitness until I get pregnant, and then I'll stop teaching group fitness once I'm pregnant and then I'm a mom. It didn't actually work out that way. So I had to make the choice to actually stop group fitness before I was forced to, because I was a mom. So I had to make the choice, and then the grief was even more acute because I was choosing to leave fitness. So that is just an example of how grief can show up in many different ways. It isn't just about losing a loved one, but I do think that when people are talking about grief, that is usually the first thing that comes to mind. So the way that I've designed our group hypnosis today is that if there is a loved one that you have lost, or if you, like me, are on a long fertility journey and you're grieving your children that you haven't yet had, There's space in this hypnosis recording for you to visit those people if you want to. You can visit with the people that you've lost. You can visit with your baby that's yet to come. You can visit with babies that you've lost. So there's space there. And if you have not lost a loved one, then you can use that space for something else. I leave it very open for the hypnosis. The most important thing is through this hypnosis recording is that you feel validated to grieve the way that is best for you. Everybody grieves differently. Nobody can tell you how to grieve, but we can often feel a lack of trust in ourselves, feel like we're not doing it right, or maybe I should be over this by now, or what if I don't feel enough emotion? Shouldn't I be more sad or grieving bigger? Everyone grieves differently. And I hope that through this hypnosis recording, you will be able to get in touch with what your body is saying to you. And a little side note for grief is if you are going through a lot of grief and you are struggling with your lungs, that makes sense because lung issues can be energetically stuck grief in the body. So if that speaks to you, if you've had pneumonia or you're having breathing problems or you find that all of your viruses go straight to your lungs, I just want you to go ahead and put your hand on your lungs right now. Put both your hands on your lungs. Just feel into your lung space. Take a nice big deep breath. Let it out. That might make you cough. That's okay. And just speaking to your body and speaking to your lungs, just let them know that you are here to listen, that you are ready to listen, and that in this hypnosis recording where you're going to spend some time listening to yourself, that your lungs are welcome to speak to you. And if you are watching this recording and not just listening, there's this point in Chinese medicine called lung one. And if you're listening, if you take your fingers and just slide from the inside to the outside of your collarbone, right into the little divot there, that is lung one. And you can just kind of rub this on either side. And I always think about lung one when it comes up in body talk as a priority. Lung one is kind of like the cork for the grief. So you can just rub those spaces and just let your body know that it's safe to grieve and that it's safe to let go. And sometimes we can be afraid that if we let go, if it is somebody that we lost, if we let go of the sad feelings, that means that we don't love that person anymore, that the love will get less. And that is not the truth at all. It's letting go of the grief that you're storing in your body that might be compromising your physical health, understanding that the love is always there. So it's giving your body permission to let go of the grief, understanding that the love will always remain. So you can rub those spaces there while you're doing the hypnosis recording or just any time throughout the day, just giving your body permission to let go, to grieve, and just know that that's all right and that we all do it differently. So may this hypnosis recording bless you. It's best if you can listen with earphones in just because it's nice to have the sounds right in your ears. It helps to block out the outside noises and helps you to focus a little bit better. If you don't have headphones, that's fine. You can just put your phone on speaker. Please don't listen while you're driving. And it's nice if you can do this while you're alone so that your body feels safe to just let go of any emotion that might come up. Sometimes with my clients, when lung one comes up as a priority, they might not cry right there in the moment, but they'll end up crying later. And it's like they've opened up this cork and suddenly they're just crying and they can't stop. That happens to you. Just let it. Let the tears come. Know that you are just releasing that emotion that has been stuck, and that's good. It's good for you. And the crying will stop. I promise you, it will stop. But just knowing that you can release that grief for yourself so that your body can go back to its healthy function and that the love remains. So I still love group fitness. Oh my gosh, I love group fitness so much. And I still feel sad sometimes that I'm not doing that. But the grieving now has eased. I've let that grief go from my body. It was paralyzing at one point. So it doesn't have to just be people. It can be other things as well. So grief is letting go. Grief does come in waves. And it can sometimes come at you at a time that you least expect it. And that's okay too. It's all okay. It is just grief. And grief is a natural and beautiful thing, but we want to let it move through us and not get stuck in our lungs and locked down. I would love to hear how this goes for you, and may you find blessing and support in the recording. It's time now to get comfortable. You might want to recline, you might want to lie down. Some people even prefer to listen to hypnosis recordings while they're walking. Whatever is right for you, feel free to use this in any way that you need. So go ahead and get comfortable now. And as you do so, just allow your eyes to gently close. And now begin to just get in touch with your breath. Take a big deep breath in, breathing in completely, and then letting go fully. Just allow all of your attention to settle on your breath now. Breathing all the way in, all the way up, and when you get to the top, just hold it. And when you're ready, just allow that exhale to release all the way down, deeper and deeper down. The more you breathe, the more you let go. The more you let go, the deeper you go into the peaceful, positive, powerful state of mind known as hypnosis, where you can get in touch with your grief, where you can begin to let go of your grief, where you can truly discern how it is that you are feeling and what's the best way to move forward. Breathing in deeply and letting go completely. And as you breathe and as you let go, just go ahead and draw your attention now to any sounds you might hear. You might hear people's voices or traffic outside. Any and all sounds will bring you deeper within. Any and all sounds will bring you deeper and deeper into the peaceful, positive, powerful state of mind known as hypnosis, where you've set aside time for you. Let this time be like a gift from yourself to yourself, where you can hold space for all of your feelings, where you know that you are fully supporting yourself. And as you breathe and as you let go, just go ahead and draw your attention now to your eyelids. Just notice your eyelids, and in just a moment I'm going to ask you to open your eyelids and look right up into your eyebrows. So go ahead now, open the eyelids and look right up into your eyebrows and feel all those teeny tiny muscles around your eyes stretching. This is helping you to access your subconscious mind. And in just a moment, I'm going to count from 3 down to 1. And when I get to the number 1, I'll snap my fingers. You'll close your eyes and immediately double your relaxation. 3, 2, 1. Deeply relax. Allow that relaxation to start at the top of your head and flow through your body like a river. Feel that relaxation moving from your head into your cheeks, flowing down into your jaw, relaxing your neck, your shoulders dropping down and back. Allow that flow to continue through your chest, into your lungs, spending some extra time in your lungs. Allow that river to drain the lungs, to allow that relaxation to move down into your stomach, through your hips. Relaxation flowing through your legs and your knees, your shins and your ankles, letting go, flowing right out the very tips of your toes. And now just allow your attention to return to your eyelids. Notice how comfortable your eyelids are, how deeply shut they already feel. And in just a moment, I'm going to ask you to open your eyelids and look straight up into your eyebrows. And you might notice with some curiosity that it's a little bit harder to open the eyelids this time. Look how relaxed you've already become. But go ahead now, open the eyelids and look right up into your eyebrows, feeling all those teeny tiny muscles stretching. And in a moment, I'm going to count from 3 down to 1. And when I snap my fingers, you'll close your eyes and immediately drop down into a trance state. 3, 2, 1. Deeply relax. Allow that river of relaxation to flow from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Now go ahead and draw your attention back to your eyelids, but this time it's just to check them. This time, notice how deeply relaxed they are, how even thinking about trying to open your eyelids feels more difficult. Your eyelids are stuck shut. They are so deeply relaxed, and all you need to do now is check them. So give them a little check, and when you're all done checking, take a nice big deep breath and let go completely. Wonderful. And now feeling yourself settling deeper and deeper. Imagine yourself inside a beautiful, magical elevator. This is your elevator, a safe place. And this elevator's magical ability is to take you down deeper and deeper into your subconscious mind. As you're inside this elevator, go ahead and look up over the doors, and you notice that there are 20 floors in this elevator, and you know somehow by instinct that with every floor you move downward, the more relaxed you will feel, because relaxation is good for you. The numbers light up, beginning with floor number 20. 19, going deeper now. 18, expanding. 17, letting go. 16, drifting deeper. 15, deeper still. 14, 13, 12, 11, almost halfway there now. 10, deeply relaxed. 9, almost like you're floating. 8, 7, 6, fully expanding now. 5, drifting. 4, 3, 2, and 1. The elevator comes to a stop and you are deeply relaxed. You allow a sense of curiosity to overcome you, and you wonder what's on the other side of those doors. When you walk through the doors, you're going to find yourself in a beautiful mountain trail. Go ahead and head through the doors now. You step out of the elevator onto a quiet forest path. See the canopy of trees above you, and you notice off in the distance the Rocky Mountains, full of splendor and majesty. Look down at your feet and notice that you are on a quiet forest path, and you feel a deep calling to walk along the path deep into the heart of the forest. You can feel sun on the top of your head, the breeze on your cheeks, hear the sound of the birds. And as you walk, you presently become aware of the sound of running water. Eagerly, you wander toward it. And presently, you come across a river, and you know, somehow by instinct, that this is the river of grief. You study the water for a little while, noticing that sometimes it flows steadily, sometimes it's gentle, sometimes it's turbulent, too strong. Just as your grief ebbs and flows, so does this river. And as you gaze into the water, you remind yourself, what I feel is valid. My grief is my own, and it's specific to me. These are my feelings, and I trust them. No one else gets to tell me how I should feel. I allow myself to feel the feelings I feel. Take a big deep breath in now. And as you exhale, release into the river what no longer serves you. Anything that no longer needs to be held so tightly, release it into the water and let the water carry it for you so you can rest. And now notice in your hand a flower blossom. It's the perfect flower for you for this moment. It holds your love, your grief, your unspoken words. And as you place it in the river, you whisper inside, I trust myself to let go when I'm ready. I trust myself to hold on when I need to. My timing is perfect for me. Watch the flower drift downstream, knowing that it is releasing not the love that you felt or that you feel, but you are creating space for healing. You are not losing love, you are creating space. Sooner or later, you feel drawn to continue on your path. And sooner or later, you arrive at a beautiful garden of memories. Here, blossoms open with each memory that arises. The laughter, the love, the sacred moments. You wander freely through the garden, trusting yourself to feel whatever comes. Joy, sorrow, tenderness, gratitude, all are welcome here. And as you breathe in the fragrance of the garden, you affirm to yourself, I trust myself to walk through this grief. I trust myself to move through my feelings to the other side. There is beauty waiting for me beyond this pain. And now you notice, just over in the corner of your garden of memories is a comfortable bench. Head over to the bench now, having a seat on its welcoming surface. And you know somehow by instinct that this bench here is a perfect place for you to invite any lost loved ones to join you. You can welcome your loved one here to meet you, to be with you, to sit with you a while on your bench. Go ahead and invite them now. Feel their presence. Feel their peace. Feel their love. All is well, and you are safe. Take a moment here with your loved one now. And as you spend time here with your loved one, notice above the garden that the clouds drift across the sky. Behind them, the sun shines always. So too within you, there is a steady light that grief cannot extinguish. Feel that light now in your heart, your inner knowing, your self-trust. It whispers gently, I trust myself to heal. I trust myself to move forward step by step. My grief is real, but my love is real and my light is real too. And as the light expands within you, you sense the truth. Grief is not the end. It's part of the journey. And on the other side of grief, there is beauty. There is peace. There is you, whole and strong. Take a minute to let your loved one know that you can come back here anytime you want, to visit with them, to remember love, to share love. With a little bit of a see you later. Get up and head back on the path. Back through the garden. Back along the forest path. Back to the waiting elevator. Stepping inside, you feel lighter, clearer, stronger. The elevator rises gently, bringing you back floor by floor, carrying with you the deep knowing. One, I trust myself to feel 2, I trust myself to let go. 3, I trust myself to heal. 4, I trust the beauty waiting for me on the other side. And 5, you can open your eyes now, feeling healthy, happy, and confident, opening your eyes, fully aware and fully alert.